Hello. We're back.
Hello.
You're not seeing things, you're not going mad. Stream died because OBS crashed. I was trying to do what I've done here, which is rearrange the cameras. That's all I wanted to do. And in the process, OBS crashed. We're still looking for Ethan. He will hopefully rejoin us. Okay. Sans in a jar with you on the back of a dragon turtle.
Spells.
Magic stuff. What doing?
Doing magic. I mean, what's... Let me pull up the spell. Let's see what it says.
Yeah.
Said it was a first level.
Well, yeah, well,
It's
you
called-
mentioned upcasting.
Yeah. Well, I just needed to be
Yes.
able to find it. Do I need the components since I have the stuff?
For this specific situation, no, because the item you're dealing with is a legendary item.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure I have a gem, and we just might need to take a second to put some
Probably.
silver inside it, but that's okay.
But like, this is assuming you do have one, basically, because probably do by now, and it's probably worth enough because it's like 50 gold pieces per level.
Yeah, I just have a collection of gems and
'Cause
stuff
it's
that I've just
also-
backpiled.
I believe not consumed by the spell, so I think Chester still has some gems worth more than enough from when he pulled the card from the deck of many things.
I got a few.
Yeah, I think we're good. I should have clicked off of it. Okay, so let's see. Among seafarers and sorcerers alike, so it's perfect that we're out on the ocean for this.
Yes.
Few names
This was flavor
inspire
text to annoy my DM.
as much
And our other players.
awe as Vaeser, the Stormblade, the half-elven pirate captain who walked the line between spell and steel. Trained in the ancient elven blade song and the storm-wrought might of the giants, he wielded both magic and martial prowess with peerless finesse. You
Yes,
didn't
the spell
want
was
this read
written
out loud.
directly by Vaeser, and that's why he sounds so cool.
So, both magic and martial prowess with peerless finesse, ever pragmatic, Vaeser refused to let the power go to waste. If a weapon no longer served its purpose, he would shift its magic to another, ensuring that the right blade was always in the right hands. The spell allows the caster to transfer enchantments, yada, 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 yada. There's no more P's for me to say properly, so I'll stop. All right.
Can you tell Vaeser has a couple of levels in Bard?
Yeah,
No.
potentially, I can tell. All right, so with all of that in mind, as the waves are kind of crashing up on the sea turtle as he's moving, not big crazy waves, but just because of his movement, there's just generally sea spray in the air. Linger will sit in the center of the shell, or on the center with Syldaris. We'll probably make some arcane circles on the ground with the sands.
There you go, I've put it in the chat for everyone.
And say the magic words because there's vocal. There's some magic gesturing. It's very. You said he was bardic, so it's all very over the top. I would imagine all of these.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Maybe somebody's having to show a little shoulder. I'm gonna say it's Syldaris.
You look over, Syldaris has a tricorn on, and don't ask.
Yeah, it's Yeah, Linger is also now in pirate getup. She's like, it's
He
part
made
of
it necessary for some reason.
Yeah. She's got like the very frilly petticoat type underskirt showing because the overskirt's like pulled up, tucked into her belt, very pirate lady style. Yeah, we're doing magic, and then it's gonna glow because magic glows. And then I think because it's piratey, I guess it's gonna like float up as like little gold, whatever the fantasy world of equivalent of doubloons is, and a video game kind of like boop, 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 over to the people that they go to, and it's gonna have Mario, and you're gonna have an enchantment.
I love that.
I love it.
I think it's
Amazing.
weirdly like cartoony because it just sounds like it should be. Like it's over the top.
Yeah.
It's not this dark, cool, or ethereal stuff that she normally does. It's this very performative piece of magic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And during this as well, Syldaris kind of walks over to Linger, places like a spectral hand on her shoulder, and is just channeling magic into you to kind of help this be a bit easier. This artifact has his essence in it. He can therefore, like, it's almost like you get the sense as you start kind of reaching out to the artifact, it's almost like it's fighting back, like it doesn't want the magic pulled out of it, let alone split. And the minute
So
he
maybe,
kind of like,
yeah. I was
sorry,
gonna say he's handling his side, and then she's like
Yeah.
wrestling the dragon side, kind of.
basically, yeah,
Tag
like the
team.
minute he puts a
Okay.
hand on your shoulder, there's an immediate like lull, and then like an assault again, as it's kind of like he's, as you say, kind of handling the aspect of his soul trapped in it, and you're now only fending with one source of power as opposed to fighting both. And yeah, as you say, the ritual goes off without a hitch. These small kind of gold pieces float over to each of you. Rip dives in the way of Linger's, and it just passes harmlessly through him and into Linger.
He tried to take it. Bless him.
But it's also like, it's on
Like a
one hand,
cat.
you're like, maybe he did, and on the other hand, it's also like, there's an element of, I'm gonna get it and run away with it, hee hee hee, and also the,
Yeah.
whoa, I'm jumping in the way, like a
I love him so
performative, wouldn't it be crazy if I stole it, ha ha ha. And it just passes straight through him and into Linger.
much. He is such a cat. He is such a fucking cat.
Honestly.
He just goes and sulks in the corner.
Yeah.
Aww.
Can we break off just like a teeny tiny one just for him?
Yeah.
Like a little...
Absolutely.
Okay. She like
Pushes
she
the
like
Kuatoa
acts like she's
over.
like breaking it. She like rolls it.
Dives
looks
on it
more
like
like
a
a
cat with a
cookie.
laser point.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, he eventually catches his little piece. After Linger has her fun. Controlling where it goes.
I'm a
And
serious
you-
character.
You all feel this surge through you. There is like just this rush of energy again through your body, almost like it's a somewhat similar way to how you felt that surge from the Kuatoa, but like in a more arcane way than divine per se. But yeah, you would remember it as like a day, half a day's travel to Dronglong. So this was like probably the first hour. And it's now kind of early evening. Is there anything you guys want to do as you wind down for the evening/night?
Chester is going to spend a nice chunk of this journey up by the head neck area, just chatting away, getting to know our dragon turtle friend, getting in his good graces.
Awesome.
Yeah,
using
easy enough to do.
And such.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with Chester's skills, absolutely more than easy. I mean, the dragon turtle, you get the sense, like, it's not that he doesn't care, but also, like, he doesn't super care. Like, he's gonna outlive most of the things on this island anyway. So it's like, yeah, it's less annoying for me if there's a constant war going on. So, like, if you guys reckon you can stop it, I'll help. If not,
Yeah.
these kobolds will die in 5 years anyway. And then there'll be like a whole new generation of kobolds, so like...
Oh well.
I sent the gif of how I see Rip with his little fraction
Absolutely.
of power.
Oh yeah.
And this is the song that plays when the
Yes.
coins touch you.
Of course.
The touch from Transformers.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool. So are you guys just winding down for the evening then? As
Yeah. I think
Chester's
Linger's
talking
gonna
to the dragon
spend
turtle.
what time she can, just going over spells and theories, and especially like, I feel like just narratively it works that we've done that part of the ritual and the enchantment, the power's over there, and now there's like the it's almost like we've got the clay is ready, and so she's got to sit and kind of mold what those enchantments are for everybody.
Yes.
So she's working with him on doing that. And
Cool. As well, given that you don't sleep, the entire night, the Kuatoa High Priest is just wide-eyed, staring, unblinking at all of you guys.
That's not weird.
Awake all night, just...
Rip does the same back, and also somehow finds like a larger mask so that his face is more emphasized as he's looking back. He almost looks like a little like totem type mask from some exotic
Amazing.
place. I don't want to pigeonhole or misrepresent any real world places, so we're just gonna say somewhere exotic that's not
Smart.
America.
You know, a cool one.
A cool one with like lots of rich, cool history that I don't want to misrepresent. One of those.
Made out of some mystery material.
Handcrafted though, for sure.
Handcraft, of course. Hand scraped.
Yep.
Yeah. With painted with colors.
Just like a couple colors for accents.
Yeah, just as a couple colors.
Cool.
I love you.
So,
You're just like, I'm not gonna culturally appropriate anything.
Be vague as hell.
who wants to roll a d6 for the wild magic?
I'll do it. Why not? That's a 6, baby. Woo! I don't know what that means, but it's there.
There is like a solid hour where the water just keeps rising and falling as if it is a breathing entity. And then almost immediately, like the minute an hour is up, it just straight back to normal.
Wow, that water was really breathing. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's just you think we were like paddling through a giant ocean-sized water elemental?
Maybe.
That's pretty fun.
That
What
is-
if the ocean is just What if the ocean's just an elemental, you know?
That would be amazing. Also, it made me wonder what kind of fun we could have if we were to put the crystal in our tower and try to stabilize it. If we could have like controlled surges.
Directed.
That could be fun.
It could be very fun. Like, what if the tower could be like alive for an hour and like open doors for us and play little
Tower.
Play little pranks. Tower at the door, please.
I was thinking like Encanto, the casita.
The house, yes. Oh, what a good movie that was.
I've seen it so many times.
Oh my god. Ethan said he's gonna go lay down because I don't think his internet's coming.
That is fair.
I think he's like
Also
so
defeated.
Yeah.
Also,
he's like, I'm so upset about this.
Oh,
Yeah, at a certain
we won't
point
fight
it just
without
hurts.
him.
That's what he told them. So.
I know that's not like his only thing. I just don't want him to feel like he's gonna miss anything exciting. Another thing that we might want to think about that this crystal might be able to do, I don't know, just really reaching here. But with the right stuff, we might even be able to use that crystal power to punch through the divide in the plains to get to the tree with our tower.
Yes, so that was your original thought, was using this crystal
But
because you were
specifically, like, combining it
theorizing.
with the tower.
Yeah, fair enough. I was going to say, because you were theorizing that, like, the point where the crystal is, like, on the island is a weak spot, and then the crystal itself has just enough energy that it's causing these wild magic surges, because it's, like, causing breaks in that weak spot, basically.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I don't know why I
you've
think it'd be
convinced
cool
me.
to take the tower, but I think it'd be cool to take the tower.
Well, it'd be nice to have a place to run back to if everything is.
less. You had me at less walking.
That's right.
Also-
Chester is very lazy, isn't he?
I would also
It's a
just
rule.
out of character. What a flex, though, right?
Yeah.
To show up.
Yeah.
In our interdimensional castle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, peasants.
Hello, Mira's
Syldaris.
dad.
Absolutely just like... Now you are thinking like an arch wizard. This is what we in the business call big magic shit.
Big magic shit.
If I could blush, I would.
You know, you've got magic shit, and then you've got big magic. This is big magic.
Yeah.
I feel the power. It's like it's infusing me. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. See, this is why I don't want to take over the world. I wouldn't have time for this kind of interesting endeavors. It's
Right?
I could make a tower that travels through the plains that the gods have blocked us from, or I could take over here. I mean,
One of those sounds way more interesting.
it does.
Yeah.
And of course, you could all come with me. She adds belatedly.
And
Yay.
perhaps you could find your way to wherever it was that Mura traveled to when she left this place for an as yet undetermined amount of time, as I understand it.
Mm-hmm. I would be interested in doing that.
Time travel is that on the table as well?
It could be.
Ooh.
Listen, I fell into a lake, and then I came back out of a lake. So I don't know how we would do that.
We'll be able to.
We
do
need a
all those
lake.
things.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I-
You're so smart.
I think time travel would be slightly less of a possibility with this, as opposed to just controlled jumps in one direction. From what it sounds, I mean, as you are all aware, I am a first era kind of guy, back before the planes were sealed, so, you know. The way they work is interesting. In some places, time moves faster, and in some places, time moves slower. No matter where you go, you would always
There
be
you
continuing forward in time. But the rate at which you move forward would be controllable if you had the ability to jump between planes.
Yes.
Fascinating.
But who
Time
knows what
travel,
we
of
might be
course,
doing.
implies the ability to jump backwards, which, as I understand it, we have yet to be able to do. But what do I know? This is the second era, and Linger could be the greatest among us and figure out time travel.
Perhaps, or if you decide that you want to give living a try again, we might have more time to figure out how that
True.
could be possible. I'm still on the fence about it myself, so
There is.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I have heard some tales of an individual called the Timekeeper. So, it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone like that exists. Who's to say, really?
Yes. I mean, time travel is not overly something I was particularly interested in even when I was living. I preferred, as you have witnessed today, the transfer of power between beings and the ability to lift a being into a higher state. Hence my experiments on Sumilithrom and his eventual incredibly powerful state of being. Apologies for that.
Yeah. Not
You know.
It
ideal.
happens.
Just wizard things, as we say in the first era.
Hashtag just wizard things.
But in terms of people who do look at time travel and those sorts of things, the god Dorafiel is the god of time.
God.
Depending on how much credence you put into legends, and whether or not you believe that you've actually met them or not, there are agents of Dorafiel who have been granted directly by him mastery over at least a portion of time.
Like the Timekeeper. Yeah. See, I'm just
Hey,
connecting
bitch.
this campaign to the third one by saying that.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not?
Did I meet him?
Who, Dorafiel?
Yeah. I don't
No.
remember which gods I met.
But you did meet Ethan Thorne,
Oh, yeah.
a
Yeah.
follower of
did.
Dorafiel who had the ability
Yeah.
to steal fragments of time from people,
That's
and who did do a little bit of timey-wimey shenanigans in a little solo one-shot that he did.
yeah. I do have a friend. Oh wait, you guys know him too, Ethan Thorne. He's connected to Dorafiel, so there you go.
Yeah.
You're laying down the fact. Okay, bye. She lays back down. I think she's just laying like flat on the back and just like staring at the sky and is like, I'm just contemplating. She's doing a big think.
Good for her to do a big think now and then.
It's
Asmira.
really a no.
Go for it.
Go ahead, bitch. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as Mira's like turning back over to go to sleep, she just sees the Kuatoa staring at you guys across the shell.
Oh fuck. Mirror turns the other way. He's there
see.
too.
What cantrips do I have? I might.
Put him to sleep.
No, I was just thinking like
Kill him.
because he's so easy to wow, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, she'll just occasionally do like little sparkles of light around her and Syldaris, and
Oh
you know,
fuck, you're
faint-
faking that guy out.
faint musical notes, and just the little prestidigitation-y things to like, look, we're so magical. Ooh. Ah.
But wetter.
Yeah.
Gross.
So gross.
Sounds like mac and cheese.
Oh no.
Like, I love mac and cheese, but like,
So, as the end of the night starts to draw near, Syldaris turns to you, Linga. Well, it looks like my time in this manifestation is drawing to a close. Is there anything else I can do for you or you would like from me?
I can't think of anything. I will miss your company, but you're still with me, so it's not.
Precisely.
It's different,
Yes. It's not quite the same as having someone to actually look at and talk to.
Right. I guess just give a think on whether or not you have an interest in a corporeal form, and we can work on that.
I mean,
And
I wouldn't say no.
well, that's not the same as I want this.
I mean,
I will.
it would be pretty good to
cake, but
be
do I
physical
want-
again.
Okay, well then just okay.
I was being coy.
Men are always so difficult.
honestly, too real.
Rip just turns around and nods emphatically, and then goes back to staring at the.
Audacity is stored firmly in the balls.
Right. It is true.
Oh my god.
Well, this is awkward. I don't know how to end this conversation, so I will see you.
Now-
He's tiny and he's not physical.
Pretend
That is-
kiss, but small.
Quite alright, I can simply fade away.
Bye. Y'all come back
And he
now.
just-
you hear?
Fades.
She just like free smiles and it's just like, okay. But it's like the Wednesday Addams smile, that's like, I don't know what to do.
Doesn't touch the eyes.
Yeah.
Very forced.
Because it's just such a weird, like, he's not really leaving, so it's like, we're not really saying, it's just, yeah. Basically, they said goodbye, but they're both still walking the same direction to get to their cars,
Yes.
and it's like, well, fuck.
God.
Except he
That's what
just
happened.
real.
slowly vanishes.
Yeah. That's why she was like, I don't know. This is okay. So wait, oh, you parked next to me even. Cool. All right, bye.
I hate when that happened to me at MomoCon. I said hi to somebody and I was like, okay, well, I'll see you later. And then she started walking the same way. I'm like, fuck me.
And it's worse when you weren't really planning on leaving. You were trying to like, okay, well, I gotta go because I'm gonna do it. But you were really like planning to like,
Do
take
something
a
else.
quick left and get out of there.
Yeah.
But now you can't because they're right there. And you're like, I guess I really am leaving. Yep. Didn't have plans after this. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
Too real.
So we want to try to figure out the boons as part of our game time since we can't fight, or did you want to just? I don't know.
we can if we want,
What
or
are we
we
doing,
can
boss?
continue
Something like
moving.
that.
Yeah,
I
if there's
can
still movement, we can
delay
do.
fight
That's cool.
stuff
I
and kind of
feel
just swap some
bad.
things around. No, me too.
I feel really
I don't
bad,
want.
too.
I don't want to restrict Ethan to just the fighting. I know that's an exciting part, but I know he likes, the story.
He
part.
likes the
No, I know. Let's see. How long have we been?
I
going?
don't think he
Half an
cares
hour.
if Linger and Syldaris kiss or not. So I think he's fine with that.
I think you'd be surprised at how invested he is in romance.
Did somebody say beach episode?
Oh my! Well, you can't exclude it from the beach episode. Warden would love
That's
that.
true.
Warden loves sand. It gets
I mean-
everywhere.
My headcanon is definitely that Linger and Syldaris have a thing, but that's just.
That's actually my headcanon too.
Oh,
Well, they-
wow.
they-
Waiting
I
until
felt the-
now for me, but wow.
Well, I mean, we've said before that they like write smut in the back,
We did say
the back
that.
of the spell book.
Yes, we certainly did say that, didn't we?
But that's like, I figure that's one of the reasons they're so like stiff when they're actually around each other because they're like, oh, it's that thing.
Oh my god.
This is my boyfriend. He's incorporeal. Don't freak
It's a
out.
long distance relationship.
Yes, I am
Very-
an older man. Stop judging me.
So much older. He's dead. Me too.
We have a lot in common, really.
Yeah.
We're both dead. Keen on each other.
We both like
Yeah.
magic.
Um,
Our souls are already kind of combined, so like, no.
It's a match made in heaven.
but yeah,
Mira,
so
hands down thinks that she's the matchmaker because Sam and Spanner got together, or were already together, but she didn't know that.
Yeah.
She thinks they got together. And now Syldaris and Linger are gonna get together, and she's like,
Yeah,
I
the-
did it.
the whole time with Sem and Spanner, they were like tiptoeing around it so that Mira was like, I don't know. And then they finally were like, something happened, I think. And Mira was like, wait, what? And they were like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. Because
Yeah, because
like,
we'd done something, and they were like, she was like, well, we should go back to the room and celebrate. And he was like, oh, I could go for drinks. So I wasn't talking about drinks. He was like, oh shit, yeah, let's go.
And Mira's like,
Yeah.
what were you talking about? What? What? Mira, when a man loves a woman. She's like, what the fuck?
But yeah, as the night draws to a close, Rip performs his favorite and most powerful magic ritual. He scampers over to Chester's bedroll, licks his finger and sticks it in Chester's ear.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have to do this like his whole fist to really.
He's nope, not gonna say it, not gonna say anything.
Just really fists Chester's ear with
God
intent.
damn it, Mitch. Why?
Just so deep, elbow deep inside Chester.
Well, you know, he did.
Um,
You remember he did that once to torture somebody.
Yes. But
This
this is
is-
lovingly. This is a loving
Yeah.
fisting. As opposed to the other one, which was for
We're gonna
punishment.
get banned. We're gonna get banned off of Twitch.
Still braid Chester's hair. Does Chester allow that still?
Oh yeah, whatever Rip Watts goes as far as he's concerned.
Every morning he just wakes up with a different mustache and beard braiding. Doesn't know until he looks in the mirror. Oh, nice. Just accepts
Rip
it.
has a good flair for fashion.
Oh yeah.
We know that. We know that.
Establish, yes.
But yeah, you continue along your journey along the sea. We will need another wild magic surge. Who wants to roll a d6?
You want to take it?
I'll take.
Yeah.
I roll a 2.
I keep wanting to say Chester instead of Mayweather.
Yeah.
I go by both.
That's
names.
because
I know.
in game
But
he is.
And the lines are blurred sometimes.
well, and I think both invoke wood because Maywood and then Chester and Chester drawers made of
Oh
wood.
god.
So I still.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
That's a fun one. So you guys are just like sailing along through the ocean. Is there anything you guys want to do as everyone's kind of waking up? The dragon turtle's vibing. Syldaris is gone. The Kuatoa is still staring at you guys.
I don't think so.
So it's kind of like the start of this day journey begins. There is like an intense bubbling on the surface of the sea. You see the dragon turtle starts to kind of swerve to avoid it and hold on. As he's like moving out the way. And all of a sudden, there is just this this eruption of water as, with a 2, a whirlwind of fish erupts into the sky.
Breakfast.
Hey.
As you guys can just see Fishnado in full force next to you.
Not
my.
Fishnado,
Better than Sharknado.
I guess.
Yes, it is.
Yes, definitely.
Better than
definitely.
Kraken-nado.
Yeah, there we go.
well,
There we go.
How does the Kuatoa feel about this?
He looks at the whirlwind of fish, looks back at you.
Or raise my hands like I'm making it happen.
Starts
Wow, Linger's so cool.
worshipping again.
Here we go. That's what we like to see.
How are you doing that?
Honestly. Wonder if it's
Some
one
of the
those
fish
things
kind
you
of
get
land
from
on the
Syldaris.
dragon turtle. We are blessed.
If you like fish.
Is that like cannibalism?
Yeah, I was
He
also
just-
wondering, but I guess no more than us eating pigs, I suppose.
Who are you calling a pig?
We like pigs.
You know, in some places, humans specifically, so not any of us, not Warden anymore. They're called, humans are referred to as long pigs when they're eaten.
Long pork.
Long
Do people eat people? Do people eat
No.
human?
That's crazy talk. Who would eat a sentient being? That's ridiculous. No one would ever do such a...
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot I have a head. thing.
Okay.
Should-
Yura accepts this and continues.
Mhm.
Unquestioned. Yes, it never happens.
I mean, Chester has
I
eaten some
believe you.
questionable things around you, but there's also lizard folk that you guys would all know of that absolutely eat the fuck out of people.
Yeah, even their
chow
own
down.
kind. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel
Wow.
like just about every single goblin we've encountered, he's sort of looked at them and licked
Yeah.
his lips a little bit. So
That's true.
it's a
yeah.
subtle hint, you know.
Yeah.
Rip, on the other
Yeah.
hand, just slaps him up like spaghetti.
Yep. Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
He doesn't discriminate.
He does
He'll
the
eat
like
anybody.
Scooby-Doo jaw-opening giant sandwich, but with a person.
Yep.
That is scary, honestly.
Rip's a scary dude. But yeah, there is a solid hour of this whirlwind of fish just swirling in the ocean. And the dragon turtle. You don't see that every day. And just opens his mouth for fish to fall in.
Ah. It seems kind of
Definitely.
weird, yeah.
Wasn't happening 50 years ago. I ain't complaining.
It's a constantly ever changing place, this world.
The only constant
Tell me
is
about it.
change.
Mm-hmm. All right, Clint Eastwood, let's keep going.
You feel lucky.
Unsure.
Yeah, you continue onwards with this Kuatoa occasionally spearing a fish out of the sky, thanking you for blessing him, and then eating it. And eventually, the dragon turtle just and ho, and starts to just like
Oh, I thought we were
slowly,
friends. Why'd you gotta call me that?
slowly, kind of like bank alongside the beach. And here, about a mile in that way. He kind of points with a giant flipper.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Good.
I know.
Would you mind keeping our Koatoa emissary with you, please?
Sure. Kind of looks round and up at him. You like napping? And just kind of rests his head on the beach and starts going to
There we
sleep
go.
again.
Then we, as the people that you seem to want to listen to, command you to stay here with the dragon turtle.
Mm-hmm.
He just
Chester, also tell him, please, you're better with words.
I think
nodding
he's got it. Look at him.
enthusiastically.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't even need me on this one. It's pretty easy.
You got it, Linger. No worries.
Just stay.
And just sits cross-legged, unblinking, staring.
Rip's gonna run back up and put like a parasol by him because that little froggy is gonna get roasted.
A little toasted, yeah.
Well,
Technically,
toes.
he's a fish, man.
all right. Sorry. Pan fried fish.
Cool. So you disembark. And I mean, even from like a mile away, Mura, you can just see like it's like when you've cut like a bit of fabric and the ends are all frayed, just ley lines going haywire around where this aero crystal is. Like some are being pulled in towards where you imagine it probably is. Others seem to like every now and then seem to just be like shunted up into the sky. They kind of blast up and then just start slowly moving like ley lines do. But there is like a brief second of pew! Like they've been shot
my-
out of a cannon.
Jeez. God, this is a
before just
lot.
Moving at
lines.
normal, lazy, drifting ley line pace. But this is very much similar to like what you saw, similar to like the floating citadel in a way, where it's like there's such a strong concentration of magic that they are just being drawn to it, and then it's so unstable that it is just fucking with them. And it certainly kind of feeds into what Linger has been telling you about this like possible point of like weakened barrier. Some of these ley lines are colors you have never seen before. Some of them
Holy
seem to just
shit.
like emerge from nowhere, not just be pulled in and then pushed back out. And you get the sense as well that that's probably why there is these surges of wild magic, because it's just like ley lines that do not belong here are interacting with ley lines that do.
Okay.
And you guys all kind of disembark. You look at Mira, she's just like wide anime eyes staring up at the sky.
She looks like she's taking in way too much information for her brain. She's like, oh my, there's so many things happening right now
Ooh.
with the ley lines.
Like
I
what?
don't-
You use your voids.
Oh, they're like going.
Oh, like a laser gun. Pew pew.
I guess, and they're like, and then they're all different colors, and it's just a lot. There's so many of them. There's more. There are colors of ley lines I didn't even know existed. If I'm being for real, right now.
Any octarine?
Oh,
Are there
that
any
is
options?
important. There should be.
Absolutely.
There's not. Okay.
Mm.
There are absolutely. Yeah. I see them.
All
You're
right.
at-
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I know you can sense and see ley lines, obviously. Do you ever physically connect to them? Do you have that? Is that could you like try to grasp one of these wiggly noodle ley lines? Will that hurt you? Do you even know if this is a possibility?
I don't know, but it sounds like a good thing to try. I mean, I magically connect with them, so.
I feel like you have been close enough to touch one before and have touched one, potentially.
Does kind of ring a bell, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know like putting your hand on one is one thing, but like actually like wrestling with one, like physically grasping.
Yeah, I got him. He's flighty.
I'm just curious. Like, could Mira potentially
Look at those
strike out
teeth.
one of these lines?
That would be pretty cool. I feel like I physically touched one, or like where one was in the ground, but not like plucked one out of the air.
Yeah, I think Mira's like run her hand through a ley line kind of thing before. Never tried kind of grabbing hold of one as...
Here's where my thoughts are going. We know that the wild magic is going to make our magic go all willy-nilly. But what if there was a way for Mira, who has this connection to ley lines, to maybe have the potential to stabilize a line maybe once a round or whatever, for the potential of a spell not to go haywire if she succeeds at doing a
Interesting.
thing.
That could be
Something to noodle on.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
all know Mira is very stable, so that does seem like a very interesting idea.
As she's
But you know, maybe her
grasping
wiggles,
like...
No, I don't
her
know,
wiggles
I'm
and
on
those
board,
wiggles
I'm
could
on
be the
board.
same wiggles. You know?
The same.
Yeah,
I
she's
like.
like-
frequencies.
Yeah.
reaching out,
Or
trying to grasp
wiggles.
things that you guys cannot see.
Just
Um,
out of character, I think that could be a cool mechanic
Absolutely.
to
Mira,
tie into
Give
her
me-
game.
Yes.
Oh.
an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm so good at these.
Sorry, my DM brain does not turn off. That's just what happens.
Okay.
No, I
18.
get it. I'm there every Monday when we're playing Descent into Avernus. 18, yeah. You guys watch as Mira's like just kind of reaching out and trying to grasp at shit you fully cannot see. And after a short while of her looking thoroughly ridiculous, you watch Mira. There is this like very kind of like astral sea vibe, like smooth, flowy purples with like little sparkles running through them. And it's not quite as volatile as all the others, and you just and just grab hold of it, and you immediately like you guys see Mira's hair starts to like slowly rise up a little bit, like there's a faint static almost. Mira, you can just feel it like, ooh, it's tingly. My whole body.
Whoa.
Like full pins and needles across your entire body.
This is kind of
And you guys can see she's like slightly vibrating in place.
You okay?
Yeah, I feel good.
There's a lot of power running through you right now.
It's very weird. But yeah, it's a lot of power. Do I look okay?
Just a little
I feel
floaty.
weird. I feel weird.
Just try not. Okay, using the logic of how Mira actually operates and not, so it's gonna be different than the way Linger would operate. So Linger's impulse would be to like wrangle it and control it. So therefore, she's gonna tell Mira just to like go along with it, just kind of flow with the power, give into it, like just.
Okay.
If it wiggles, you wiggle.
If it wiggles, I wiggle. I go with it.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks funny, but maybe it's less damaging that way. I don't know.
It wiggles, she wiggles.
Give me a charisma check, Mira.
Jesus.
Just straight charisma check
Oh, Lord.
Just gonna go
as your
super
spell
Mira.
casting stat.
17? Was that my proficiency or no? Well, I don't know. 17.
Mira. Yeah, because you got a +5 because your charisma's 20.
It is.
I mean, you are like trying to move with it. It's still like it doesn't belong here, and it's not that it's like trying not to be controlled or used. It's more like it's almost like the vibe Mira would get, because Mira's a very vibe-focused person.
Yeah, she's vibe-oriented for sure.
The vibe you get is like, it's less like it's running around all crazy like a kid high on sugar, and more like an animal that has been taken out of the environment it knows and just suddenly dropped somewhere else, and it's either freaking the fuck out or really would like to get back.
Mira will release it in that case and then look at Linger, and she's like, it didn't want to be contained, like an animal that is just freaking out, wants to be home. So I think the best thing would be to let it go home.
Well, if you set it free and it loves you, it will come back or something like that.
You get the sense you could potentially like control some of these, but like the reason why they're all freaking out and going haywire and it's causing these surges is very likely just like, I mean, obviously as they are just like pure magic essence, they don't necessarily have like feelings per se, although I'm sure Mira believes they do.
Of course she does.
But like you get this, like the way I think Mura rationalizes it then in her head based off that idea is they are scared and they want to go home, and that's why they're all like freaking out.
Yeah,
100%.
So maybe then you could connect with them through.
There's certainly
empathy.
the possibility.
They may not. It may not have been you holding them that was freaking. It sounds like they don't belong in this plane, and so it wasn't the holding. Like you may even be able to use the holding as a comfort mechanism for the magic strands. Oh,
As
wow! I said that. Okay.
I mean, you don't think that the strands need to be? You don't think the ley lines need comfort, Linger?
No, they definitely need you to comfort them.
As Linger starts talking about not belonging in this plane, Chester, out the corner of your eye, you see Rip just like hands on hips, deep sigh, like, ain't that the fucking truth? I know that feeling.
Can't, too real, says Rip.
Bless him.
Bro knows that
chose to be
feeling
here.
well.
Oh no.
I assume he chooses to be here. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because otherwise he'd be freaking out as well.
We'd be the fuck out.
I don't even think this is all of him. I think this is just an aspect of him. He's still,
He's the world.
Indeed, he is.
He
Um,
is the
But yeah, you can like follow where these ley lines are coming from if you want to.
Yeah, Mira does. Mira's like, I'm gonna follow them if that's okay, and then she just starts bounding off.
It seems like where we gotta go, so it works out. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fun experiment.
Cool. Just bear with me.
Syldaris, jot that down. You're scrabbling from inside the book.
Just bear with me 1 second. There you go. Sorry, I was just sorting something in the background. But yeah, you continue on through the forest. Or not forest, but like island, jungle, forest, trees. I guess if there's enough trees, it's a forest, I suppose. That's how they work. And you kind of follow Mura's lead. I mean, even without it, you can all kind of feel where the power is coming from. Every now and then there is just like a pulse that just kind of washes over you. And you get the immediate sense that that is like these wild magic surges that are happening. So who wants to roll a d6 for one
Oh, it's
quick
my turn, I
magic
think.
surge
It
as
is
you
your
are
turn.
on the way?
D6.
Like a d6.
6.
Another 6. The land ones, I believe, are slightly different, so just bear with me. Because I have some for the land and some for the sea.
Do you have air ones, just in case?
I do, actually.
All right.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. With a 6. The party experiences deja vu, repeating the last 6 seconds exactly with no memory of the first time.
Oh man!
So as Mira just kind of like releases the ley line, starts walking, and you all just immediately repeat the ley line release, walking in the direction of where you
God.
believe the crystal to be. It's horrible. Just
Yeah.
horrible feeling. The only one that seems completely unconcerned is Rip. And as you kind
he
of...
relives time all the time.
Absolutely. He's constantly seeing all timelines at once. And
Jesus.
as you kind of continue, the trees kind of almost lean away. It's like the jungle is parting ahead of you, like it's afraid, and all the trees are like leaning back to get away from whatever it is you are walking towards. And as you get closer, you can see like the leaves of the trees are curled, they are blackened at the tips like they've been singed. The air itself is starting to get like sharp and electric. It's like tingling against your skin. Ahead of you, rising from the earth, is this very large, like taller than Chester by about half a foot, cluster of aerocrystals. So probably the biggest cluster any of you have likely ever seen.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's probably like about half a foot taller than Chester, and then a couple of feet wide at its base, and it's like a cluster of multiple crystals. And it pulses with color. Not just like one shade, it is all at once, just violently bleeding constantly between gold, violet, blue, crimson, colors that your mind can't even comprehend sometimes. And
That's
just
the Octarine.
that is the Octarine. There are just arcs of raw magic crackling across the surface like lightning beneath glass. You can see the crystal seems to be slightly fractured from the raw power inside it. But at the same time, it almost seems to be like breathing. It's like when you see heat on a hot day, that like shimmer that you see. There is that air around the crystal, and that is giving it the illusion of being alive and breathing. And as you kind of see these like pulses of wild magic surging from it, they ripple through the air. You see the world distorts in like the immediate vicinity as there is a sudden pulse. One of the trees nearby suddenly bursts into flames and then vanishes. And a couple of stones nearby briefly float up from the ground and just crash down again.
Whoa.
And without warning, the crystal in front of you screams. There is no sound, it's like a magic scream, like a wave of power surging out from the core of this crystal that just twists everything you understand. That brief moment, as you see this like wave of power surging, you see a glimpse of something. Branches. A tree. Branches that stretch endlessly. And then everything snaps back to normal.
Ah, the
Oh,
tree.
shit.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And this crystal is just like pulsing and flickering. Muri, you can see like ley lines being pulled in, shredded, reformed, shunted back out. New ley lines just being spat out of the crystal.
Okay. So, go ahead and
I was just
No,
going to say, with the rumors that others are potentially looking into this as well, Chester looks around for signs of other people have been here.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Not my best, but let's see. I'm going to re-roll that. Let me get rid of one of my inspirations since I'm capped, so that makes sense.
Capped.
All right, and now I get it back.
Wow.
So I'm going to use another one. We'll take a 19.
There we go. There are definite signs of people having been around in general, let alone kind of recently. You can see like skeletons kind of tossed into the surrounding undergrowth. Some of them literally look like they have been perfectly cleanly cut in half, and like half the body is just gone somewhere else.
Vertically?
Yeah. Like
Okay,
straight
like
down
that,
the
so
middle.
that's creepy.
Like they were
Alright.
stood there, there was a wave of power and it just cut cleanly through them and half of them just vanished.
Something creepier about a vertical body cut in half as opposed to a horizontal. It adds to the creep factor.
Yeah. There is like scattered tools around. There are scorch marks where people clearly had tried to like touch the crystal and just boop. Just popped.
Okay. So, when we took the tower, there was a device in the tower that was being used to do something to a crystal.
Yes, so
Maybe there's a way to utilize that to help stabilize this crystal. Maybe. I don't know. Think it through
All
things.
right. Well, I'll just
So-
go pick it up and.
Well, I mean, can we send?
Just as
Can we
like, I'm out.
We could do a sending. Well, no, we can't move the. If we tried to get the tower here, there's a chance that it might go a little haywire. But maybe if we help Mira stabilize a couple of lines, it could mostly get here without a problem. I don't know for sure though.
Yeah,
And then there's that device that we may be able to use our brains to figure out how to stabilize this enough to get it to where we can continue to work on it. I don't think this is a one and done stabilization.
So, Linger, you would
Yeah.
absolutely remember the crystal that had been taken in the Silent Isle
Yeah.
had been taken because of almost this exact same reason, and what had basically been set up was almost like an arcane turret that was channeling energy into the crystal to stabilize it and try and use it to like concentrate the energy, form a rip between the barrier, just pumping energy into this
Oh my
crystal
god.
to try and tear
it's
open
like
the barrier.
I was supposed to figure this out. Sweet.
Yes. You figured it out back at the time, and then you were
but I
like,
have a bad
I'm
brain.
not going to remember this 30 sessions from now. And here we are.
Yay! All right. Can we send? Okay. Here. What I'd like to do is
Step one.
work with Mira to stabilize some of these ley lines with empathy and feelings and love and friendship. And then have Chester send the coordinates of where we're at to Bud, who surely by now we have taken the time to train on how to do the things.
Truly.
We're gonna trust Bud. Okay.
Well, there's other people.
So high.
Your parents are there.
Oh yeah.
So high with Bud.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Never
yeah,
mind.
hey, wait.
Not Bud.
My
Send
my
to your father.
parents were cartographers. Hey.
And we would have shown them how to do like, okay, if something happens, here's the stick shift and here's the clutch, and then you know how to. Okay, cool. So we did that. So tell your dad where we're at. We'll stabilize. Get the tower here. Use the thing in the tower to stabilize this. We'll take the crystal into the building, and then probably have to fight some people when Warden comes back online. And then
In the
and then
building is going to
maybe-
be hard. It is
I know.
huge and it's growing out of the ground.
Listen, this is just the basics of the plan.
Mhm.
We can bust out the bottom of our building if we have to. It's fine. Right on top, and then add the ground to the tower. Magic can do lots of things. Or a team of kobolds.
I mean, with
First-
a team of kobolds,
first
you
stable.
can achieve anything.
Yeah. So first stabilize, then get the kobolds, incorporate the crystal, go to the tree, fight the bad guy, save the world, win the game.
Head to the Winchester, have
Yeah.
a pint, and wait for this all to blow over.
Yeah.
Was purely waiting for the end of Lindsay's manic plan just so I could drop that in.
It's worth it.
I heard you say call your dad. Who? Are we calling my dad?
No.
No,
Chester's gonna call.
because he's in the
Call
tower.
his. Oh,
And
that makes
he-
so much.
and
He's
my
getting
mom are
so high with Bud.
cartographers, so they know how to find the way around things.
It's
Yeah.
it's the perfect setup.
hmm
We did such a good job. High
we-
five, team.
It's too big to put in, just pick it up and put in right now. Do we need the whole thing? Maybe we can just take a chunk of it.
Potentially, but we should stabilize it first.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
think if we bust out the bottom of the tower and then get the kobolds to like build us a under tower from the ground, we can just whole thing with us, and then we'll just have like this cool earthy bulb underneath the tower.
Earthy bulb. Yeah. I actually opened for them once.
Oh really?
Oh.
Man, they have some great hits, I'll tell you.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So, I
And
mean,
now
so the one
now
that
GM
was
will die.
the one that was in the tower when you got it, was obviously significantly smaller than this, but the way the tower went about it, not the building, the person, he obviously had all of his constructs. He sent them. They basically ripped it out of the ground and brought it to his tower. Obviously, in theory, my mind went to the exact same place as Lindsay's of just fucking teleport the tower on top of it, and then it's inside the tower, job done.
Oh, yeah.
Which
everything is
I
good.
mean,
is an idea in theory.
Mhm,
And then-
mhm.
and then we can fight if we need to fight. Stabilize the crystal. Maybe lose our tower. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
If we lose tower, how get places?
I mean, we still have other magic. It's just better with the tower. I don't want to lose the tower, but you know,
But I don't hate the idea.
I think
Plan B is we find one of those time, lords or whatever they are called, and undo it, and then we'll just do it a different way.
yeah.
Okay, yes, okay.
Or maybe we don't even need to take the earth portions with us. Maybe just maybe we can create some sort of force cage type situation where the crystal just is gonna get plucked up when we transfer, and then the dirt will be left, and then we'll just have like this one level of we'll have to move the front door up a level because the main level will just be this floating crystal with an abyss underneath it. Just don't go downstairs.
Don't go downstairs.
Only Rip's allowed downstairs.
Yeah.
don't
and,
yeah,
like-
don't go downstairs.
It's just like this crystal with like all these like lights going off
Gizzle,
of it,
gizzle.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Gives a good.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, let's
I
do
don't
it.
know what she's. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Hold
okay,
on,
so we're
hold on.
stabilizing the crystal.
Well, I had plans
this.
for a slightly different thing. I do
was the
have, funnily enough, what was originally planned, because I might as well, it's good fun. With the sands of Syldaris in hand, Linga can attempt to align the aero crystal's shifting energies and stabilize the crystal. So originally my thought was she was just going to use the sands of Syldaris, stabilize the crystal, punch through the barrier, and then after that give you guys your little boons. But she has given you the boons now, which is fine. Because I still have a framework for what happens if someone wants to try stabilizing the aero crystal. I just need to look at it differently.
Yeah, and now Mira has a hefty part she can,
Exactly.
Yeah, I can help.
and I like it.
Um,
And the power of friendship.
of course.
Hi, I'm
Of
Mira.
course. Of course. Okay.
And
Okay.
Warden is just saving up so that when he wakes up, he goes all Super Saiyan or whatever. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
he's just.
Yeah.
You've just plugged him in.
Hi.
He's charging.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you left the fast charger at home.
Yeah.
It's in the tower.
I did forget to plug him in when we went to sleep last
You
night. So
forgot
that's
to
on me.
plug it in. Damn.
Okay, what do I need? I need this. Here we go.
I'll be right back. I
Let's have
can
a
still
look
hear
at
you.
you.
I'll be right back.
Cool.
Jay's bringing me a cookie.
It's good that you can still hear. So. Yeah, so you guys are kind of stood at the crystal, discussing this. And as you kind of start to ponder your next steps, the air around you kind of starts to grow heavier. You hear a distant war horn howling through the jungle. like a dying beast.
I don't like it.
From the sky above you, beams of golden light start to pierce through the churning clouds.
Oh, no.
Wings of fire descend from the heavens. You hear, even from here, both islands begin to erupt into chaos. The entire jungle almost seems to recoil. Even from here, you can hear the Kuatoa screaming and chanting. You can hear the beating of grung war drums as, amidst the chaos, two figures descend before you. The first, an imposing 7-foot-tall figure. Just kind of everything about them embodies raw power and just physical dominance. It's this massive frame encased in this heavy, ornate plate armor. It gleams with a crimson hue, intricate golden filigree. The armor is this combination of kind of practical and ceremonial. It's adorned with motifs of clenched fists, roaring lions, dragons, just symbols of indomitable force. You can see this colossal greatsword on their back. The blade is kind of marked with runes and symbols of ancient strength. The sword's edge is razor sharp. The hilt is wrapped in this dark leather for a firm grip. As they kind of land in front of you, you see helmet, plume of red and gold feathers, giving them an even more regal and intimidating presence. The faceplate is sculpted to resemble a fierce, snarling visage, piercing eyes that seem to glow with fiery intensity. As they kind of touch down one foot after another, every movement is deliberate and measured. Every footstep resonates with the weight of their armor and just immense strength. Touching down next to them, but actually first, let me jump into the mid-session chat and drop a little picture.
So guys, I might need to add a couple steps to my plan.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, that looks bad. Oh no.
In contrast, the other figure that touches down exudes this kind of air of ancient wisdom and enigmatic solitude. They stand at about 6 feet tall themselves. They're cloaked in kind of flowing dark robes that ripple with arcane energy. The robes kind of shift between deep crimsons and indigos, speckled with patterns that represent distant galaxies, shifting shadows. They just have this kind of ethereal, almost otherworldly quality to them. They are clutching this kind of gnarled, ancient wooden staff adorned with glowing runes, delicate silver inlays. There's a small, opalescent crystal at the tip that kind of pulses with a soft inner light. The face of this being is kind of partially obscured by a hood, and it kind of casts a shadow over their face, almost like a skull. Their eyes are visible through the shadow. They are piercing, they are intelligent, and they glow faintly with a supernatural light. Their hands are kind of slender and elegant, and as the pair of them touch down, they just weave delicately through some intricate gestures. The staff stays perfectly in place. These flaming wings just vanish, and the air around this second being crackles with just latent magical energy. This certainly seems to match the descriptions that you were given by the lovers, who are, I believe, also in your tower, potentially. Or maybe they were back with Irvia still? I can't remember. One of the two. But you definitely asked the lovers about the people that were sent to the Sunset Archipelago on behalf of the Sun God. And the lovers mentioned to you, as far as they heard, it was Strength and the Hermit.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, point in their favor. They were right.
Yeah, that's true.
And as these flaming wings wink out of existence, you can hear around you the sounds of war. The Grung and the Kuatoa are potentially about to clash. And in the chaos of it all, you see emerging from kind of similar portals to what you had seen on the floating citadel.
Thanks, guys.
The Sun God's forces are basically stirring up a war between the Grung and the Kuatoa, and just
kind of a jerk move.
Getting deeply involved themselves. You see Strength kind of unsheaths the enormous greatsword, slams the tip into the ground, and just kind of rests his elbows on the crossguards. I believe you've got something that belongs to us, and we'll be taking it now.
I don't know who you are, so I don't know. Nope.
I think we should still send that message to
Oh yeah, I definitely think we should send that message.
Mr. Father Chester.
Father Bugbear.
Father Bugbear. And Mother Bugbear.
Help.
And then
That's the message.
And we'll fight.
Are you gonna do ascending?
Yeah. I will do a
What do you say?
He's sort of learned a little more the ins and outs of the spell to put you at ease. Where is it? Send a cast. He's gonna send it to Mom because, women power.
And Dad's probably getting high with Bud.
Yeah. And she was always the better cartographer. Mom, bring tower like we showed. We are here on the map. These coordinates. Hurry, please.
So, as Chester is sending this, Linger and Mura, as Chester starts to perform the sending, you see like a flash in the hermit's eyes. You see fingers starting to trace arcane runes. You get the sense that he sees that Chester is trying to cast a spell and is very likely about to counterspell it because he doesn't necessarily know what Chester's about to do. What would you guys like to do?
You want to do it or you want me to do it?
You can do it. It's probably better if you do it, honestly.
Yeah. Linger will just kind of raise her finger and waggle it and then counterspell their counterspell.
Okay, what level are you counterspelling at?
I'll do 4th.
Okay. So, with his Arcana check, he figured out it was sending.
Which is
Sending
third
second level or 4th level?
3rd level.
3rd level. Even better. So he's just going to counterspell at 3rd level. Which means if Linger's countering at 4th level, it just counters his counterspell.
Yep.
Yeah. Glad I went with my gut on that.
I'm honestly
however,
glad we went with you on that too, because I
It's-
only have 3rd level spells.
it's not super come up in this game, I don't think. It came up in the last one once. But in my games, when you counter a counterspell, you get to roll on the normal wild magic table.
Oh wait, would my sending 3rd level also pop off a wild magic?
So it's not doing a wild magic surge yet.
Okay.
Okay.
This
So
is
just
simply just because there is like I have a house rule where like counterspelling a counterspell just triggers a surge
All right.
because it's funny, and it led to a
22.
situation in my Curse of Strahd where we had like a 4-way counterspell. Someone summoned a unicorn, someone else dispelled the unicorn, then it dropped a fireball on everyone, and then someone was sneezing feathers. So Lindsay.
At 22.
22. 5e wild magic table. Here we go. Wild magic surge table. I should just have it to hand, but I don't. 22. Ooh, linger.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast within the next minute that
Ooh.
involves a saving throw.
Wow.
Okay. Big
So
note for
I'm
next
just gonna go
time.
ahead. Which boss are you gonna insta kill? I'll just cross them off right now.
You know what? I don't like strength 5. If you just want to go ahead and take strength down.
I'll just go ahead and cross him off now if he's got disadvantage on Linger's next saving throw.
Let's see. I'm gonna just what do I have? He's probably not
So.
super smart in intelligence, right? So let's.
Well, we'll deal with all of that in the next session when the fight actually happens. But Chester's spell sending goes off successfully. There is a brief beat before Chester gets the affirmative back. It's not even like she sends an actual message back. You just get the vibe because it's immediately like, I'm
Thumbs
not
up
wasting
emoji.
time sending a message back. My son has just said he is in trouble. I am acting.
Good mama.
Good mama.
Like, she just sends thoughts instead of an actual sending response. So, let me remind myself. You have in the tower the Bullywugs.
Mm-hmm.
You
They
have
do.
Chester's parents.
Mm-hmm.
You have Mira's archfey friend.
Mm-hmm.
Were Irvir and the lovers coming with you? Or did
think
they
they
go
did.
somewhere else?
I think they were, yeah.
I honestly, I'll
Because I know you had a conversation with the
lovers.
lovers in the tower, and they set out like a whole, like, corkboard of all the tarot cards for you.
Yeah. Now, if somebody goes back and listens and I'm wrong, that's cool. But
I
think they
also
were
feel
still
like
there.
they are in the tower as well, so we're gonna go with it for
Yeah.
now. So that's interesting. So you counterspell the hermit who was trying to counterspell Chester. He flashes a look over at Strength. They work together constantly. They know what each other's looks mean. It's the one of them just cast a spell and I wasn't able to stop it look. You see Strength goes from like leaning threateningly on the greatsword to just grasping the hilt, wrenching it out the ground and turning it over.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Linger looks at her friends with an expression they know means that fool just tried to counter your spell and I stopped him. So, go us.
The smug superiority, they know it well.
Yes.
But yes, you watch as he pulls the greatsword out of the ground, runes start to flare along the blade, and he...
Yeah.
Alright, one more chance. Hand over the sands, or die.
Oh, I don't know. Warden? If you
Mira's
would.
like smacking him, like, on the back. It's fine.
And this is what-
he's making.
Yeah, and this is where we pick up next time, where Warden answers.
Yes.
Yeah.
By taking care of
And,
this.
and Warden,
Warden,
says,
would you mind? And then he
Morgan
So-
says, "No."
as he levels his greatsword at you guys. The threat is here. Strength and the Hermit stand in front of you. The Sun God's forces battling with Grung, Kuatoa, Kuatoa battling Grung, Grung battling Kuatoa. Bolts of lightning raining down from the sky as Kuatoa do their crazy magic shit.
Very, very frightening.
It is very, very frightening. The thunder and the lightning. But that is where we will pick up next time on Sands of Syldaris. That's Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
For anyone who didn't quite catch that.
I didn't. Please, thank you.
Will Goku power up in time to stop Strength and the Hermit? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
End screen.